Yeah, g'day viewers. Ken here, welcome back. Last time we were spreading manure, I just did that in the paddock. I'm going to jump across here. Because I can't remove this hedge at all, I'm going to go through it, okay? Apparently 25 we can do that now. Oxy's done that, so you can do anything you want on this map now. Move things around, change things around, take things off. Like, the map itself is good, but in real life there's a driveway right there that goes down to that track, you know. And there's a cow bun on the other side over here. All this stuff isn't here, but, you know. Whoop, whoop. What are you tipping up for? Bye. There we go. Right, we'll fill this up. Alright, chuckers. And we'll put it in the shed. Ready for this paddock. A field, whatever you want to call it. Depends what country you come from. Now you might notice this pile here. This is a sell point. At the time, so, like, I couldn't get the buy point there to go in that spot, because underneath there's a an old rusty old manure spreader, I think it is, or a water tanker or something, and a cement mixer and stuff. Because you can't remove the junk on the thing, I covered it up. And I'm glad it let me do that. Alright. In case you didn't know, Kubota. Kubota's the pack that you got for 22. I had to think where I was there. Yeah, on 22. So that's the pack I'm using on here. On 19 it was class, so I use the class stuff over there. Yeah, love the colour. I kept the original one for the map here, the class header, which is what I did all the work on, as you can see. It's got that beautiful workhorse look. This nice and shiny thing here, versatile, is my other header. There you go. I was gonna do everything with this first and then get rid of it and then replace it with this one, but then I decided, nah, the more colour the better. You've got to have colour on your farm. Look at that, mate. Beautiful machines. Of course, I'm a JCB guy. Those that know me well. JCB's my go-to workhorses on most of my maps. But because the class packs here and all the implements and all the rest of that, we're going to do the brand. Like, personally, my favourite tractor is International. That's the first one I ever drove. The old school International, and then Massey Ferguson basically takes its place. Since they don't have Internationals anymore, they got class. Case. So we've just done this. We've cut it, baled it. Now we've just put the manure down, and we'll come in here and work it over and stuff. I've never played in seasons. These are the bales off that paddock. I shoved them over here. I would love to get rid of this stuff here as well, but I can't. And I'm not going to buy 25 to do so. While we're talking about beautiful maps, Bullet Bill, which is on 19, Lone Oak, was brought out by Oxygen, or released by Oxygen and David on 19, and it was a Bullet Bill map all through 17. It was Bullet Bill, Noxie, and Alien, oh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, they were the two major map builders that I played a lot of their maps. So McCormick is one of the other ones. Just put out one map, good map. I've got it over on PC because it's got the extension over there. Beautiful map. I did this little jobby here. Sort of happy about the colours. Put this silo in here just to increase the capacity. But then I went to myself, well, you know, me being an Australian, we use silos, all right? Being on a British map, you use sheds for bulk grain and stuff, you know. I should have known better. I put this cattle shed in here, which I'm going to fill up later. Put these trees around here just to give it that used look. They're... Oh, where are they? I'm sure there was some back over here, wasn't there? Wait a minute. No. Oh, okay. It must have been the other map before I did this one. But I was playing around with it. We got a little bit of a bleed through there from the paddock. It don't matter. I'm not complaining. Yeah, I had the frog weeds and that around here, so I've got sound of the frogs everywhere. Why? Because I wanted to have frogs everywhere. And the sounds effects. Here you go. This little fox here from Stara Plow is waiting to rip this thing up. But yeah, I've just added this. I did put a house in that before up near the horse paddock and stuff, but I cancelled that map. Didn't like it. This is what I'm going to be playing on from here on out. Just had to slap myself around and say, stop it, stop changing it. Oh, look at the stars coming out already. Oh. Yes, I can't remember what it's called now, but Scroft was doing a map that Oxy just put out. I can't remember what it's bloody called. He did it on 22 anyway, and that has got to be his masterpiece. I tell you that. That is the most, you know, like you're supposed to be bringing out for 25 PC, you know, as far as I know. The only reason why I brought this was Calmsden Farm, 22. Calmsden Farm and Court Farm, I just can't get on with that at the minute. But because my favourite map was Oakville Farm, which is in 1719, I was hoping you'd bring it out here, then I'd have the trifecta really. But yeah. So the only way I could get rid of this rubbish that was here, I was put this on top. I covered it well. The piles of gravel didn't worry about, because a bit of construction gravel dumped on the side, that's good to look at, but just don't like farm junk. Never have liked farm junk, and it spoils some of the maps when there's too much of it, too much clutter. Little bits here and there, like this sort of thing. I do that because I'm a bit of a hoarder, you know. I have a bit of stuff laying around my joint, but when it gets that bad that it's in the way and that sort of thing, and you know, and there's no need for a lot of it, that's when I just, yeah, like I'd love to take out all that stuff right there, so there's more room for the bigger implements to get past, you know. And I'm no good at putting burrs and that in, like building on the map here. You always end up with big holes and stuff, otherwise I'd have the embankment raised up all the way around here like it's supposed to have, and yeah. But this is the map the way it is at the moment, and the stuff I'll be using, like I've got the Kubota JCB as my main plough big heavy duty vehicle. Just a couple of headers. I've even got the Kubota shirt on. I see that. Woo! I was just playing PC a minute ago and got Keep the Sheep hats and shirts and stuff on there. So if you see me running around with Keep the Sheep stuff on, it's because I'm on PC. I'm actually Vintage Oats is on yeah, well, I strayed off what I was saying before, didn't I? I was watching Scruff, and Scruff did the new map that Oxygen Dave was going to bring out. It's a magic map. I can't remember what it was called though. It's in between. It's in this region anyway, between Calmston and Oakville Farm in the real life world, you know. I can't remember what that map's called. That's disgusting, isn't it? I should have remembered what it was. A couple of days ago I was going to make this. But then, like I was saying, Bullet Bill, they just brought out Herefordshire. Herefordshire map. And that would have to be his masterpiece. You know, like, he's from Colebrook Park Farm, which is Colebrook Park Farm, which is in Herefordshire anyway. And I noticed when I was on West Coast and that sort of thing, there was Herefordshire on there. I went, oh, Herefordshire. That's where the actual Hereford cattle was mainly developed. I've always loved Herefords all my life. I'm 59-year-old now, so there used to be this massive bull I used to know. His name was Cuddles. Biggest bull I've ever seen in my life. He was so placid. Beautiful cattle they are. But anyway, he's bringing the apparently he's got that in the making. I don't know if it will ever see light. It'll probably be on 25 on PC, but I'm not going to get 25 anyway, so I'll never get to play it. And the same as the new one that Oxy's basically got. That would have to be his masterpiece, I think, from what I've seen of it. But I can watch Scruff play it if he ever plays it. Or Jagwin, one or the other. Yeah, so that's the way I've changed it up. I just put a couple of silos in. Like I said, I'm Australian, so we use silos. Half the time you see me with my fuel bins and that sort of thing around. But in Ireland and Scotland and UK and anywhere in UK, they use big barns, feed barns. I did put one in here to try it out once, but I lost too much ground. I didn't know how to level it up and stuff, so 22 is weird for me. Because there's a big cow shed here in the real one. And the cow shed across the road hasn't got that big paddock behind it. It's just got a bunch of sheds and junk and stuff. So anyway, that was a quick one. Just to run around here saying this is what I'm going to be using. Yeah, I just got the case bloody 45 bloody foot bloody tow behind thing for that Versatile here, because I didn't want to make up the actual header and then have to trailer it. This is the round baler picker-upper I'm using from Anderson. Is it Anderson one? Yeah, Anderson one. I normally use those in-game ones. They're pretty cool. Like the round bale picker-upper. But as you've seen, this one keeps it in. It puts it in 3 stacks of 3 all the way along, and then it just peels it off at the back, just tips it out in a straight line, rather than tipping right up in the air and stuff like most of the square balers. But Anderson was another pack on 19 that I started using with the wrap-up sausage bloody bales and silage bales. That was really cool. Yeah, how farms work, I think. Yeah, how farmers work with Ryan. Oh, I can't remember. It's a long time ago since I watched him. watched them. So yeah, he had one on there, and they'll loading it up and wrapping that in real life. So that's a good thing. The out of the Crone Harvest Pack on FS. I was looking at the pellet machine the other day again, because when it first came out I didn't know how it worked and everything, so I watched a video on it, and yeah, I was interested to find out the other day that, you know, they prime the drums at first so the pellets don't stick, with a bit of used cooking oil and stuff. Well, that's how they'll use it anyway. Cheap way. So I put this in here because I'm going to chuck some cattle and that in here once I get going. It's going to be the here and over here, going to be where the cattle are going to be kept. I'm keeping the sheep paddock. Keep the sheep. If I could have all the keep sheep stuff on here, I'd be wearing it just to promote it. Basically, there's a movement in Australia at the moment that keep the sheep, because they're trying to close down the sheep export market. So, you know, the export, the local market takes lambs and that up to 2 tooth, and then the hoggets and that they don't really take. So hoggets, I prefer hogget. And then of course the mutton they don't take, but that mutton and that we ship overseas, and that's what they're trying to cut, stop again, live export and stuff. So oh yeah, there's another big plough there, live export and stuff. So they don't want yeah, so everybody wants to keep them here, like be able to export them basically. So that's what it's about, keeping it on farms and don't get rid of it all, that sort of thing. So we're going to have the sheep pasture in, and I took the Piggly Wigglies out too, so we can go around and just plough all this in and make it more pastures or whatever. Nice. Kept the chooks. Chooks are always in. Because I don't know if it's still the thing, but originally if you took the chooks out of here and took these gates off it, took all the gates off of every single paddock. I don't know if Oxy fixed all that, but that's how it was originally when Dagwin told me about it. So I've been watching Dagwin since I ever got into SF many years ago, and I watched his mechanical one as well, and was it Dagwin Extra? So I watch Dagwin all the time anyway. And Scroft, I'm starting to watch Scroft because he does the real life series now, because he's going on farm, plus he's showing off Bullet Bills and Oxygen Damon's bat, like I just said. So while he's doing tours on that, and hopefully you'll get a bit of a gameplay in later on, then we'll be able to see what it's all about. Seen some really nice places on there though. Oh, and just the hills, and oh mate, the old ruined place on Bullet Bill's one down by the creek. The old ruin with a bit of graffiti on the wall and that. Oh, to detail. Like I've mentioned many times before in my early gameplays and that on West Coast and that, every single house was different. You know, it was like just the eye for detail is unbelievable. It's like when I was a kid and there was these people that made these HO scale, but 177 scale, like railway sets and stuff, and the eye to detail to walls and that sort of thing was what I saw. You know, like the little trains and that going around is one thing, but you know, when I start looking at the detail they put into the landscape and stuff, it was some artists, you know. Anyway, that's it. A quick look around. This is how it's going to be. I had a couple of other videos up of me doing the modern version, and that was way back when. So, but I'm not putting those up, so I just thought I'd jump on here, show you what's going on. I'd love to put one of those feed sheds up in here, but I know I can't get the ground right, so they're going to stuff it up. So anyway, thanks for watching, and next time we come back and we'll be getting stuck into this baling. Uru, can't be good, be good at it. Bye.